बार आप सभी का फिर से फार्मा टॉक 360 के प्लेटफॉर्म पे। तो हम पिछले क्लासेस में हम बता चुके हैं ड्रग मेटाबॉलिज्म के बारे में, बायो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन के बारे में। सो आई विल ट्राई टू गिव यू लिटिल बिट glimpse of this biotransformation, and furthermore we will talk about the main topic of today's discussion is elimination and kinetics of the elimination. We talk about the excretion process overall. So what about this? Let's see. So first of all, try to be recall all the things that we have already have covered in previous lectures. So as I told you that drug metabolism, it's a chemical alteration of drug into the biological system. That's why we called it as a biotransformation process. And furthermore, we talk about that pathway, that's organoecology and phases of reaction. So those all the phases I have already covered. And further we talk about product, and furthermore that enzyme kinetics. So let's move forward. There's the fundamentals of the biotransmitter. So purpose and primary sites. As I know that liver is the primary site of this, and its main intention to chemical alternation of a drug inside the living body. So that's it all. And secondary site may be in kidney, intestine, lungs, and placenta will be there. So that's all sites are considerable as the secondary sites of बायोट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. फर्दरमोर यू टॉक अबाउट द प्राइमरी गोल. हमारा जो प्राइमरी गोल वो क्या होना चाहिए? लिपिड सॉल्युबल जो ड्रग है, लिपिड सॉल्युबल जो ड्रग था उसको हमको क्या करना था? वाटर सॉल्युबल में कन्वर्ट करना था. सो वाटर सॉल्युबल में कन्वर्ट करना था. और नेक्स्ट नेक्स्ट इज आयनाइज फॉर्म. वी शुड कन्वर्ट इट इन आयनाइज फॉर्म, बिकॉज बॉडी में अगर आयनाइज फॉर्म में अगर रह जा रहा है तो आपके बॉडी के अंदर ही रह जा रहा है. अगर आपके बॉडी से निकालना है तो उसको आयोनाइज करना पड़ेगा. यस, सो दैट्स इट ऑल अबाउट द इंटेंशन और प्राइमरी गोल. यस दोस्तों. And furthermore we talk about compound into the hydrophilic, it's water soluble as I just discuss it, and compound for the easily renal excretion. Yes, तो easily ये बाहर निकल जाएगा शरीर से. तो प्लाज्मा बाइंडिंग के ऊपर भी मैंने थोड़ा बहुत बताया था आप लोगों को कि एसिडिक ड्रग बाइंड टू द प्लाज्मिक प्लाज्मा एल्बुमिन, एंड बेसिक ड्रग बाइंड टू द अल्फा 1 एसिड ग्लाइकोप्रोटीन. सो बाइंडिंग डिक्रीज द फ्री ड्रग कंसेंट्रेशन. तो जितना ज़्यादा बाइंडिंग रहेगा तो वो बॉडी से एक्सक्रीट आउट नहीं हो पाएगा. अगर बाइंडिंग नहीं है ड्रग का, अगर ड्रग आपका फ्री है, सो इट कैन इजीली excrete out from your body. That's simple. And metabolic conversion routes, so we talk about conversion routes. So here are three type of metabolism, as I told you previously, that active drug to inactive metabolites. So there are some example I just want to recall it like a morphine. So morphine, basically what's happen in your body, that morphine is basically converted into the inactive metabolite. It's known as morphine 6 glucuronide. 6 glucuronide. Yes, so that's it all. Paracetamol, as we know, paracetamol basically it's a NaCite, we know that. सो इसका कैसे होता है बॉडी में एक्सक्रीट आउट? इफ यू टॉक अबाउट दैट मेटाबॉलिज्म कैसे होता है, फर्दरमोर इफ यू टॉक अबाउट, सो मेटाबॉलिज्म इसका मेनली एक्टिव टू इनएक्टिव नेचर में होता है. तो सबसे पहले तो रहता है फेनासिटिन. यस, सबसे पहले रहता है दोस्तों, यहाँ पर लिखता हूँ मैं, फेनासिटिन, जो कि इसका एक्टिव फॉर्म था. तो इनएक्टिव फॉर्म क्या होगा? इनएक्टिव फॉर्म इसका हो जाएगा पीसीएम. यस दोस्तों, inactive metabolite हो गया PCM. So like this way that we can conclude it like active drug to active metabolite. तो prolonged therapeutic action यहाँ पर हमको दिखाई देता है. तो हम बात कर रहे हैं नॉरटिप्टिलिन, एमिटिप्टिलिन के बारे में, नॉरटिप्टिलिन और एमिटिप्टिलिन के बारे में. हाँ दोस्तों, हम बात कर रहे हैं डायजिपाम, ऑक्साजिपाम के बारे में. हम बात कर रहे हैं डिजिटॉक्सिन से डिऑक्सिन के बारे में. इनएक्टिव ड्रग जो कि फर्दर जाके एक्टिव हो जाता है, तो इस तरह के ड्रग को हम बोलते हैं प्रोड्रग। यस, so those are the drug are mainly taken as inactive state, and furthermore in your body, when the biological process will be there, means chemical alteration will be there, and furthermore it active yourself itself, and it convert like it's a active drug and pharmacologically active. सो ऐसे ड्रग का अगर एग्जांपल हम अगर देना चाहे आपके सामने, तो लीवोडोपा का नाम आपने सुना होगा। लीवोडोपा, जी हाँ दोस्तों, लीवोडोपा। फर्दरमोर अगर बात किया जाए लीवोडोपा किस में कन्वर्ट होता है दोस्तों, डोपामीन में। यस दोस्तों, सो बाहर से आप डोपामीन को नहीं देते हो ड्यू टू डीडीसी एंजाइम। ये पिछले क्लास में भी हमने बता चुके हैं, तो ये और एग्जाम्पल अगर देना चाहे तो एनालाप्रिल, एनालाप्रिल, it convert into enalaprillate, enalaprillate। So like this way we can also say that proguanil, it's a inactive drug. Yes, proguanil furthermore is converted into cyclic form, that's known as cycloguanil. So those are the simple example that I am want to recall. I will provide the detailed elaborative way example of each section. If you talk about active to inactive, maximum drug are mainly are followed that like this way, that those are active to inactive metabolites. So these are the simple examples. If you talk about normal drug metabolism, so it will happen the maximum, and furthermore we talk about that active drug and active metabolite. So as I example given by me, that all amitriptyline by amitriptyline is converted into the nortriptyline, diazepam, oxazepam, digoxin, digoxin, and furthermore we will provide all the list here. So inactive drug will be there. So now move forward, that here you can see that mainly high yield pro drugs and active metabolites. So you can see that inactive it's a product, and further we talk about that active form. What is the active form it? So just for you understand, it's a separate section and it's a separate section. So you can see that product and it's a active form. So as I example given the example, like proguanil is converted into the cycloguanil. Yes. So this question is previously asked in the gate 2020 2003 basically. And levodopa, if you talk about the levodopa, it's converted into dopamine. Enapil is converted enalaprillate, diabephrine, epinephrine, sunildac. If you talk about sulfide metabolite, prednisone, prednisolone will be there. Bacampicillin, it will be converted into the bacampicillin. Furthermore, it's active form of it. And cyclophosphamide, you will talk about it will convert into the active form aldophosphamide or aclorine. So that's all about prodrug. So keep it in mind that it's all our product. And furthermore we talk about that active drug to active metabolite. So there the activity will be there. Okay, so if you talk about that active metabolite, those are able to act. Yes, so amitriptyline, nortriptyline, codeine, morphine, diazepam, oxazepam, digoxin, digoxin, phenacetin, paracetamol, primidone, phenobarbital, spironolactone, candidiol, furthermore procainamide, and acetyl procainamide. So that's it all about the examples. So furthermore, if you talk about maximum of the drug are mainly showing it like active to inactive, as I told you previous. So active to inactive metabolite. Yes, my friend, active to inactive metabolites. So those are very crucial example frequently asked into the competitive exams. So very careful about this session. So active to inactive metabolite, it's the more prominent if you talk about. Furthermore, we want to give some example. It's like simply you can say that propanolol, you know, that beta blocker. So propanolol, it's mainly inactivated through conjugation reaction. Yes, through conjugation reaction as well as oxidation. So here is involvement of phase 1. Here is the oxidation is phase 1 reaction, you know, and that conjugation, as we know, that's conjugation always phase 2. So involvement of both phases here, you can see that propanolol in case of propanolol. So active propanolol is active form, ये एक्टिव था, और फर्दरमोर कंजुगेशन के बाद इनएक्टिव मेटाबोलाइट मिल रहा है हमको. So that's it all. It like this way we can give example like lorazepam. We can take lorazepam is the active form. Lorazepam is a active form. So it will further go for the conjugation. So it's mainly metabolized by phase 2 reaction, that glucuronide reaction. So we will see that lorazepam, मैं पूरा नहीं लिख रहा हूँ यहाँ पर, lorazepam glucuronide. So it's conjugated. So like this way you can give much example. So ऐसे ही आपको लिखना है. तो बाकी ड्रग्स के बारे में बात की जाए, आप लिख सकते हो डाइक्लोफेनक के बारे में, आप लिख सकते हो आइबुप्रोफेन के बारे में, आप लिख सकते हो लिडोकेन के बारे में, आप लिख सकते हो टेमाजिपाम के बारे में. लाइक दिस वे यू कैन कैरी ऑन. So all drug, maximum of the drug are mainly showing like this way, active to inactive metabolite. नहीं तो toxicity हो जाएगा. Furthermore, if we talk about that prodrug, those are the active form. So active metabolite, sorry, here product, those are the active form. So active metabolite. So ये active drug इसको भी कभी inactive होना पड़ेगा, नहीं तो क्या होगा, toxicity होगा. इसको भी कभी inactive होना ही पड़ेगा. So like this way. So through phase 1 or phase 2, it's depend upon the uh, mainly chemical formation of the drug. Particularly if you talk about chemical constitute of the drug, what kind of chemical nature of this particular drug. So furthermore we talk about type of biotransformation. Yes, हमने बात किया था phase 1 phase 2 के बारे में. Oxidation most common, we know that, into the phase 1. And if you talk about the reduction reaction, addition of the H, removal of the O, as I given the example, you can see that GPAT at the year of 2012, this question arise. Give some example like it will ask like which drug, ऐसे क्वेश्चन आएंगे आगे भी, like which drug metabolite through phase 1 oxidation, phase 1 oxidation. So ऐसे आपके पास चार ऑप्शन दिया जाएगा ए बी सी करके. तो चार ऑप्शन में ए भी हो सकते हैं, है ना. तो ऐसे ही आपको टिक करके आना है. तो कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम में नॉर्मली यही रहता है कि आप अगर एक बार रट लेते हो एग्जाम्पल को तो आपके लिए फ़ायदेमंद होता है. सो रटने का बात है नहीं, क्योंकि ऑक्सीडेशन है. सो जहाँ पर ऑक्सीजन रहेगा इन्वॉल्व, सो वहाँ पर ऑक्सीडेशन होना है. So that's it all about that phenytoin barbiton example. So if you talk about reduction के बारे में हमने बता दिया. कोनम फेलिकॉल you can see that, methadone you can see. So जो सारे एग्जाम्पल और भी है इसके अलावा we will try to provide in the last session of the particular general pharmacology portion. So इसके बाद हम डायनामिक पढ़ने वाले हैं. काइनेटिक को आज ख़त्म करने का इरादा लेके ही आज हम आए हैं. तो हाइड्रोलाइसिस की बात कर रहे हैं. So we talk about hydrolysis, cleavage by water addition in ester, yes, and amides. So this process is known as hydrolysis. And furthermore, to talk about some example like procaine, aspirin, lidocaine, those are the example of the hydrolysis. साइक्लाइजेशन की बात करें, डिसाइक्लाइजेशन की बात करें, दोज आर द प्रोसेस इज इन्वॉल्व इन फेज वन रिएक्शन. सो प्रोग्रानिल ये साइक्लाइजेशन दिखाता है. सो आपने देखा था प्रोग्रानिल कन्वर्ट हो रहा था you talk about that proguanil is convert in the cycloguanil. So it's the cyclation reaction will be there. And phenytoin की बात किया जाए, ये डिसाइक्लेशन हो जाता है इधर. So that's it all. And phase 2 reaction की बात करें, those all the conjugation reaction as I explained briefly in previous video. You should go for the proper explanation. Please go for the previous video. So further we talk about that add endogenous polar substrate and highly polar easily excreted conjugated. So conjugation का मतलब हमने बताया था कि ये बल्कनेस को बढ़ा देता है. जी हाँ, बल्कनेस को बढ़ा देता है. और क्या, पोलर सब्सटीट्यूट जुड़ जुड़ जाते हैं, आपके जो फंक्शनल ग्रुप होते हैं पोलर नेचर के हो जाते हैं, और फिर जाके ये बॉडी से एक्सक्रीट आउट हो जाता है. फॉर एन एग्जांपल दैट ग्लूकोनाइजेशन इज द मोस्ट कॉमन फेज टू रिएक्शन. एंड rather than gluconization there will be more phase 2 reaction. If you talk about for an example, it's like glycine conjugation. You can see that a glycine conjugation reaction. And furthermore we talk about that glutathione conjugation. Yes, ये सारे चीज़ें हमने प्रीवियस क्लास में डिस्कस कर चुके हैं और ट्रिक भी बना चुके हैं. शायद एक बार देख लीजिएगा, आप ज़रूर देखिएगा. एंड फर्दरमोर वी टॉक अबाउट दैट एसिटाइलेशन विल बी देयर. एंड फर्दर दैट मिथाइलेशन. एक और होता है दोस्तों सल्फेट कंजुगेशन. सल्फेट conjugation. So those all are the conjugation reaction. So I just want to suggest you that go through the previous video that I have loaded. And any kind of doubt about those session or regarding this session, you can put a comment. I will try to resolve it as soon as possible. So here was a diagram. It's by luck here is not possible that to add it. So I just want to try it like you can see it's our liver. All the phase 1 and phase 2 mainly take place into the liver. So first of all, into the phase 1 reaction, we know that orchid, yes, we all know the orchid. सो आप घबरा जाओगे कि ऑर्चिड क्या है. पहले ही मैंने बोला कि पिछले वीडियो पे जाओ, पिछले वीडियो पे जाके एक बार देख के आओ. ओ फॉर ऑक्सीडेशन, आर फॉर रिडक्शन, सी फॉर साइक्लेशन, एच फॉर हाइड्रोलेशन. और ये जो आई है इसको आप नेग्लेक्ट कर सकते हो, टी फॉर डिसाइक्लेशन. सो दैट्स इट ऑल. आप इजीली ऐसे ट्रिक बना सकते हो. तो जो सारे ड्रग पहले फेज में जा रहे हैं और जाने के बाद पोलरिटी को गेन कर रहे हैं, मीन्स ज़्यादा पोलर हो रहा है, वाटर सॉल्युबल हो रहा है, वो फर्दर मोर एक्सक्रीशन प्रोसेस के लिए जाएंगे. दैट्स इट ऑल. वो एक्सक्रीशन प्रोसेस के लिए एलिजिबल हो गए. एंड दोज आर द ड्रग आर नॉट सुइटेबल. फर्दर मोर इट्स रिक्वायर्ड मोर पोलरिटी हैव टू गेन. सो वो सारे ड्रग फेज़ 2 में जाएगा. और फेज़ 2 में जाने के बाद दोस्तों, यहाँ से फेज़ 2 में जाने के बाद ये और बल्किनेस ले आएगा और फिर जाके एक्सक्रीट आउट हो जाएगा. कंजुगेशन होगा फेज़ 2 में जाके, एज वी नो. फेज़ 2 का एग्जांपल हमने दे चुके हैं. यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हो कि ग्लूकोनाइजेशन, ग्लाइसिन, ग्लूटाथायोन, acylation, methyl, all are the conjugation reaction. Sulfate conjugation. So those all are the conjugation reaction as I told you. So furthermore we talk about that phase 2 conjugations. Here are the example you can see, and those are the examples are given. So this table is mainly denote phase 2 reaction. So phase 2 metabolism reaction, as I told you that all are the conjugation reaction and those are the enzyme involved in this conjugation system. So here is the representation of the drug examples. So we look slightly like a glimpse here. Glucuronidation UDP, glucuronide transferase will be there. So furthermore we talk about that chloramphenicol, aspirin, phenacetin, morphine, those all the drug are go through this glucuronidation conjugation. Furthermore glycine conjugation is take place by acetyl CoA glycine transferase. These are the enzyme, those are mainly involved in the particular reaction. And furthermore we talk about that salicylic acid, so salicylate drug, and the drug is related carboxylic acid. So those are the mainly group are mainly comes under this glycine conjugation. Furthermore we talk about that glutathione is transferase. Paracetamol is one of the example and frequently asked into the competitive exam. And you can see that a napki, as I previously told you, that napki is a harmful substance. Yes, it's a harmful substance. Yes, my friend. So very careful about this. This question is asked in GPAT previously. Furthermore, we talk about that acetylation. Acetylation is N-acetyl transferase is the involvement of this kind of enzyme. And furthermore, we talk about the sulfonamide, isoniazid, and PAS, para-amino-salicylic acid, and hydrolazine. Those are the drug are go through the acetylation process. So जिसके पास acetyl group होगा, so particularly वही acetylation दिखाएगा. That's it all. And furthermore we talk about methylation. Methyl group जहाँ होगा वो methylation दिखाएगा. So transmethylase is the enzyme involved here. So adrenaline, histamine, nicotinic acid, so those are the things are involved here. Sulfate conjugation. Furthermore we talk about the sulfate conjugation. So those group are mainly, sorry, those drug are consist of the sulfate group. Furthermore it show like this kind of reaction through this enzyme. Yes, sulfotransferase. So sulfotransferase is responsible. Furthermore if you talk about, so again bulkiness or polarity of particular drug like chloramphenicol 6 steroid, adrenal steroids, so those are the steroid are go through this sulfate conjugations. So that's it all. ड्रग मेटाबॉलिज्म एंजाइम एंड मॉड्यूलेटर. सो इसके बारे में भी हमने पिछले क्लास में ब्रीफली लिटिल बिट कह सकते हैं आप डिस्कस कर चुके हैं हम. सो फर्दरमोर टॉक अबाउट दैट माइक्रोसोमा एंजाइम located in smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Yes, so smooth endoplasmic reticulum में क्या रहता है दोस्तों, यहाँ पर रहता है माइक्रोसोमल एंजाइम. सो ऑफ लीवर, सो लीवर सेल के अंदर जो स्मूथ रेटिकुलम रहते हैं, एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम रहते हैं, वहाँ पर माइक्रोसोमल एंजाइम रहते हैं लाइक कैटलाइज, ऑक्सीडेशन, रिडक्शन, हाइड्रोलाइसिस, ग्लूकुरोनाइडेशन. सो दोज आर द एंजाइम हियर. सो मेन एंजाइम इफ यू टॉक अबाउट, जो मेन कल्प्रिट यहाँ पर कौन है, मेन कल्प्रिट हियर for metabolism more than 50% of the drug. So this question is asked previously. You can see that cytochrome P3A4 is the particular enzyme involved in more than 50% drug metabolism. So नॉन माइक्रोसोमल एंजाइम ये कहाँ रहते हैं दोस्तों, साइटोप्लाज्म में रहते हैं, माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया में रहते हैं, ऑफ हेपेटिक एंड अदर सेल. यस, सो flavoprotein oxidase, and furthermore esterase, amidase. So those are the enzyme of example of non microsomal enzyme. So here we talk about enzyme inducer and enzyme inhibitor. So it's a little bit glimpse as I recall that previous class we already talk about that inducer and inhibitor. So क्या होते हैं दोस्तों ये सारे inducer? If you talk about number of enzyme will increase, number of enzyme will increase. So increase एंजाइम सिंथेसिस एंड मेटाबॉलिज्म. सो इसके चलते क्या होता है, एंजाइम का जो सिंथेसिस होता है, सिंथेसिस इंक्रीज होता है तो नंबर ऑफ एंजाइम इंक्रीज हो जाता है, तो मेटाबॉलिज्म क्या हो जाता है, फर्स्ट हो जाता है. सो डिक्रीज द ड्रग कंसंट्रेशन एंड हाई डोज नीडेड. सो बॉडी में अपने ड्रग ले लिया है, ये आपका बॉडी. सो बॉडी में आपने क्या किया, ड्रग को ले लिया है, और ड्रग को जब आपने ले लिया है तो ये फर्दरमोर क्या हो रहा है, आपके मान लीजिए यहाँ पर ही जीआईडी है, नीचे होना चाहिए हालांकि, लेकिन मेरे पास स्पेस नहीं है तो मैं यहाँ पर दिखा रहा हूँ. सो ड्रग इनटेक करने के बाद मान लीजिए ड्रग बॉडी में चला आया, तो ये पूरा बॉडी को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है, आप ऐसे एज्यूम कीजिए. सो जब ड्रग बॉडी में आ जा रहा है, यहाँ पर एंजाइमेटिक प्रोसेस हो रहा है, नंबर ऑफ एंजाइम इंक्रीज हो जा रहा है। क्या हो रहा है? नंबर ऑफ एंजाइम इंक्रीज हो जा रहा है। एंड फर्दरमोर क्या हो रहा है? जो ड्रग का जो कंसेंट्रेशन है घट जा रहा है ड्यू टू इंक्रीज ऑफ द नंबर ऑफ एंजाइम। सो घट जा रहा है, तो बाहर से आपको और भी ज़्यादा ड्रग देना पड़ेगा। सो दैट्स इट ऑल। और यहाँ से मैक्सिमम कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम में बहुत ट्रिकी क्वेश्चन आते हैं। आई विल ट्राई टू प्रोवाइड ऑल द conceptual questions regarding this session because it's a very crucial session. Furthermore, we talk about that those are the drug are mainly here you can see uh, are mainly as an example like we can see and write here GPRS cell phone. So it's a trick. So you can make trick, and furthermore you can recall it clearly. So G is represent as a griseofulvin. G is represent as a glucocorticoid. You can say like glucocorticoid. You know that corticosteroid, glucocorticoids. So P mainly stand for here phenytoin. You can see phenytoin. Like phenytoin, we can also write here phenylbutazone. We can also write here phenylbutazone. Yes, though. R R is stand for the rifamycin. It's stand for rifampin is already written here, so I just don't want to repeat it. S smoking. C carbamazepine, as you know that carbamazepine. And furthermore we talk about that phenobarbital is represented as phone. So like this way you can recall it. Furthermore we talk about that enzyme inhibitor. So those are the drug are mainly those all are the circumstances of the drug mainly decrease the number of enzyme. Yes, so we talk about number of enzyme will be decrease here. So at this situation increase the risk of drug toxicity. It mainly increase the risk of drug toxicity. Why? Because in your body if number of enzyme will reduce, so after that you will take the drug particularly, and the drug suppress the enzyme ability, and it will furthermore if you talk about that number of enzyme will be decreased here at this situation. So concentration of the drug will automatically increase. Concentration of the drug will automatically increases here. So it's the situation where the toxicity will occur. As you can see, here are some examples of this particular enzyme inhibitor. You know that cimetidine, we can make also a trick it like this way that disco, we can say that disco, DISCO. So D, so don't panic. We just add it like this way that diltiazem, it's not given here. Diltiazem, we know that calcium channel blocker. Furthermore, we talk about I. I for stand for here is not represented. Itraconazole, you can say itraconazole, antifungal. We know that. S S for what we add here. Furthermore, we can add here it like sulfaphenazole, sulfaphenazole. C for you can easily add here ciprofloxacin, cimetidine. You can also add here cyclosporine. So like this way, lots of drug are here. Calcium channel blocker, all the calcium channel blocker are mainly this enzyme inhibitor. Not only the diltiazem here. So furthermore, we talk about ketoconazole. Yes, it's also an antifungal drug. K stand for the ketoconazole. Here you can make like this way trick very important, trick is very important, क्योंकि ट्रिक से आपको चीज़ें याद रह जाएगा। अदरवाइज आप ऐसे ही रटते फिरोगे, कोई फ़ायदा नहीं होना है। आपको जस्ट ट्रिक बनाना है, उसको लिखना है, लिखने के बाद बार बार उसको जस्ट देखना है, उसी से आपको रिकॉल हो जाएगा, और कुछ नहीं चाहिए होता। ओ ओ फॉर यू कैन टेक इट लाइक ओमिप्राजोल। So all the things are there, you just have to recall it like this way. So मैं just तरीका बता रहा हूँ. Now we talk about that excretion and elimination kinetics. So drugs excretion. So renal excretion of the urinary pH and manipulation. So we talk about this particular excretion process. So excretion, दोस्तों, it's a process of removal of the drug and its metabolites from body. So particularly the major site of excretion, we know that kidney is the major size. So as I told you that it's a process of removal of, you can say also that waste material, you can say also. Here we talk about the drug, so we'll talk about drug here. So drug and its metabolites from your body. Yes, my friends, from your body. So that's it all. Furthermore, we talk about that furthermore processes. Those are the processes involved in the excretion. So here's the simple equation or the simple funda that all about. We talk about the what is excretion, what is net excretion. So here is the three process. You just have to understand about what are the three process. Uh, as I want to draw it here. So like this way we'll move forward. So what I am drawing here, it's a nephron, which is a functional unit or functional key of a particular kidney. You know that. So my drawing is not so well. You can see just for the understanding. Okay. So we talk that about this drawing, what it's represent. You can see this side. It's mainly consisting of afferent arterioles. Yes, it's afferent. This side is consisting of the afferent arterioles. So furthermore, we talk about that this side. What about this side? This side is consisting of mainly efferent. Yes. So what is this? It's we know that Bowman capsule. We also see that in particular standard book, it's also uh, stated like glomerular capillaries. Glomerular capillaries. Yes. So that's it all, and here's the capsule. Bowmans Bowman's capsule. Okay. Here will be some peritubular capillaries are there. We'll write it like peritubular capillaries. And the renal veil will be there. So here to talk about that three processes. The first process is glomerular filtration. Furthermore, we talk about tubular reabsorption, and furthermore, we talk about that another process will be there. That's active secretion. We will talk about active secretion. So as we can understand with this name that active, this process will need ATP always. So that's why this process is known as active secretion. So here's the formula or the equation. As I told you that filtration plus secretion minus reabsorption, it's denote as excretion, is total filtration and total secretion. So minus from minus reabsorption, so it will represent the excretion. So if you talk about glomerular filtration, only the unbound or the free form of the drug will filter, and bound drug is retained. Yes, that's it all. And if you talk about the site, I just want to give this one number, 1 2 3 is the third process. So here I just want to uh, elaborate it like this way that it 1 is the site of 1, is the site of 2. Here is the peritubular capillaries, and from the peritubular capillaries there will be the active secretion will be there at the fourth stage. And furthermore we talk about that the fourth stage will be like this way, urinary excretion, it excrete out. Hopefully it's clear through this image or the diagram. As I told you that excretion equal to filtration plus secretion minus reabsorption. So that's it all. And if you talk about tubular revision, it's a non-ionized lipid soluble drug. Those are mainly reabsorb and ionized drugs are excrete. So those all the drugs are ionized. As I told you previously that ionized drug is only capable to excrete out from the body. So that's the thing is explain it here, tubular reabsorption. And furthermore we talk about that active secretion. So tubular secretion or the active secretion is consisting mainly by particular two pumps. If you talk about two pumps, yes, here I just want to write that two pumps at a time, just the only thing will happen. So it's two pumps are present here. One is acidic, another is basic. For the acidic drug and for the basic drug, so there are the two pumps are present in the tubules. And if you talk about that at a time, just only one drug can pass. So that's it all about that active secretion. And furthermore we talk about that the topic that tubular reabsorption. Into the tubular reabsorption, so there will the ion tapping. If you talk about ion trapping, it's may the acidic or it's may the basic. So for acidic, I just want to give the example aspirin. It's ionized in alkaline urine, increase the excretion with the sodium bicarbonate. And furthermore we talk about that amphetamine. It's a basic drug. Yes, amphetamine, amine will be there, so basic drug. So it's ionized in acidic urine and excrete out with its NH4Cl. So that's it all. And rather than those process, one is the elimination process will be there. That's a particular for the drug, it's atracurium. As we know that it's asked into the previous year GPAT's question that GPAT 2020 sorry 2012. So that's it all. And if you talk about atracurium is the drug of the example of the Hofmann. So what about the Hofmann elimination? Hofmann elimination is the process where inactivation is not depend upon the enzyme. Yes, it's all about the Hofmann elimination. It's an independent process. Furthermore, we talk about that order of elimination kinetic. Sorry for the interruption. We will continue that. kinetics of elimination. It's a half-life. We should know about that half-life. What is half-life at first? Before knowing the kinetics, what is half-life? For a simple definition, I just want to define it like it's also denoted as T half. And furthermore, we talk about that what is T half? It's a time in which plasma concentration become 50%. So it's a time when plasma concentration will reach 50%. That's it all. And here's a formula, is a general formula for this T half calculation. So I just want to mention it here. So T half equal to, it's not capital T, it's a small t will be there. So T half equal to, if we talk about that 0.693 into volume of distribution. As you know that volume of distribution, as I covered in the distribution portion. So it's the particular formula. And another thing I just have to want to share it here, like T half is always disproportional to the elimination. Yes. So जितना ज़्यादा टी हाफ होगा उतना कम एलिमिनेशन होगा, जितना ज़्यादा सॉरी जितना कम टी हाफ होगा उतना ज़्यादा एलिमिनेशन होगा. सो दैट्स इट ऑल. एंड furthermore we talk about that half life mainly, particularly it's a play very crucial role in particular elimination. You can understand through this relation. And now we talk about what is rate of elimination. So rate of elimination, nothing but it's the thing, amount of the drug eliminate per unit time from the body. So what is this? It's the amount of drug eliminated per unit time. So what is the particular thing? I just have to underline here. You can see that unit time, per unit time is the key point here. From your body, from body is known as rate of elimination. What is this? The rate of elimination. That's it all. Another thing I just want to say that what is clearance? Clearance क्या होता है? So clearance is nothing but it's a merely quantified term. Basically it's a quantified term where we will see that elimination of the drug from the plasma is merely quantified by this term, particularly elimination of drug from plasma is quantified. Very important term is quantified here in term of clearance. So hopefully you got about the rate of elimination, about the clearance. Furthermore, we talk about that it's a theoretical volume of plasma. Yes, it's a theoretical volume of the plasma from which the drug is completely removed in unit time, particularly. So that's it all about the clearance. And I just want to remove it here from here because I want to add on some formula of clearance. You can take a screenshot of it. And furthermore, if you need a particular note, you should comment into the comment section. I will provide all the notes regarding this ADME process. So here we'll talk about what is clearance, formula of clearance. So I just write here Cl, you will see So clearance is nothing but it's a rate of elimination, rate of elimination by plasma concentration. We can also say that clearance is what is this clearance? Clearance is concentration in urine into urine flow by the plasma concentration. So that's it all. So I just want to erase it because I will provide some difference between the first pass and zero order kinetic here. So you can see that kinetics, now we move forward the kinetics because those are the additional thing I just have provide you, that half life, all about rate of elimination and clearance. So furthermore we move forward, that's first order and second or sorry zero order kinetics. So first order, what about the first order kinetics? Here the constant fraction of the drug will be there. So we talk about that fraction. So here is the term is fraction is used of the drug eliminated per unit time. Per unit time, as I told you that what about it's a rate of elimination. Yes, so rate of elimination is denoted. It's known as kinetic. So we talk about rate of elimination is directly proportional to the plasma concentration here into the first order kinetic. First order kinetics में क्या होता है दोस्तों? Here rate of elimination is directly proportional to the plasma concentration. Clearance and half life t half remain constant. इसमें कोई changes नहीं होता है. Furthermore, we talk about zero order kinetic. So zero order kinetic में क्या होता है? It's a capacity limited kinetics. We also called it like a zero order kinetic. It's a constant amount. Here we talk about amount of the drug eliminated per unit time. It's a independent and plasma concentration. Yes. So its rate is independent here. We can say rate is independent here. So here rate of elimination is depend upon plasma concentration, directly proportional. And furthermore we talk about the t half. T half क्या हो गया? T half प्लाज्मा कंसंट्रेशन के डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल हो गया. एंड Cl क्लियरेंस क्या हो गया? क्लियरेंस इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल हो गया. It's the inversely proportional relation between the clearance, and furthermore we talk about that directly proportional relation with the plasma concentration. So that's it about and zero order kinetics. Mnemonics it like you should uh, recall all the drugs are fall into the categories. So this trick is mainly provided by Dr. Abhishek Tripathi, you know that, who is the teacher into GPAT discussion center. So it's a warfarin, it's a alcohol, aspirin, theophylline, tolbutamide, and phenytoin. So as like this way you can make your own mnemonics and you can recall. So mnemonics के बिना आप याद नहीं रख पाओगे, क्योंकि यहाँ पर बहुत सारे ड्रग्स के बारे में हम जानने वाले हैं आगे जाके और भी. अभी तो हम जनरल फार्माकोलॉजी में ही है. फर्दरमोर वी टॉक अबाउट एलेबोरेटिव सेक्शन ऑफ ईच टाइप ऑफ क्लास ऑफ ड्रग. सो स्टडी स्टेट क्या होता है? स्टडी स्टेट की बात कर रहे हैं हम दोस्तों. तो स्टडी स्टेट, व्हाट अबाउट द स्टडी स्टेट? So I just want to show you here that how the graph will look like. If you talk about the graph of time versus unit of drug, here we talk about unit of drug, unit of drug, the drug will look like this in case of first order kinetic. In case of first order kinetic, where rate of elimination is directly proportional to the plasma concentration. Furthermore we talk about this one. So here will be the . time versus unit of the drug is look like this. It's a zero order kinetic. So it's a very crucial. Sometime it's asked question by this graph representation. So you should know about all the relations because those relation is very important. It's frequently asked and the example of that particular drug. So let's move forward. It's the last slide. Hopefully, is a steady state concentration we talk about and the dosing. What about this? So as we know that furthermore we talk about that what is half life and accumulation. As I told you that half life, so here's the half life. You can see that steady state is reaches its 4 and 5th half life है. So half life क्यों ज़रूरी था पहले समझाना, because हम जानने वाले थे steady state के बारे में. So when constant dose of drug is repeatedly administered at an interval of half life, then in it would achieve steady state plasma concentration. तो steady state कब मिलता है हमको, जब एक constant dose में, so here the dose will be constant. Yes, so dose increase नहीं होगा, ना बढ़ेगा ना घटेगा, ठीक है, डोज सेम रहेगा. सो रिपीटेडली हम क्या करेंगे, उसको एडमिनिस्ट्रेट करेंगे. अब एडमिनिस्ट्रेट जब करेंगे तो फर्दर चार से लेके सॉरी 3 से लेके 4 चार बार तक जब करेंगे तो जो हम देखेंगे जो चौथा डोज होगा, ये देखिए, ये डोज नंबर 1, ये डोज नंबर 2, ये डोज नंबर 3 और ये डोज नंबर 4, डोज नंबर 5, डोज नंबर 6. सो हम बोलेंगे क्या कि ये जो पहले डोज देने के बाद इंक्रीज हो रहा था, रिस्पॉन्स आ रहा था, सो कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ ड्रग, ये हम बात कर रहे हैं कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ ड्रग रिप्रेजेंट इट लाइक प्लाज्मा ड्रग कंसंट्रेशन पर्टिकुलरली. एंड ये एक्सेस हमारा रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है जो टाइम है, टाइम को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है आवर में. सो हम बता रहे हैं कि 1 घंटे में इसका स्पाइक जो है, यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हो छोटा है. 2 घंटे दूसरा जो रिस्पॉन्स मिला हमको, दूसरा जो कर्व है, इसका रिस्पॉन्स थोड़ा स्लाइडली बड़ा है. तीसरा जो है, तीसरा इसका और ज़्यादा बड़ा है. एंड चौथा जो है, चौथा इसका और ज़्यादा बड़ा हो गया. एंड फर्दरमोर टॉक अबाउट पांचवा जो रिस्पॉन्स आ रहा है वो चौथे के बराबर आ रहा है. छठवा जो रिस्पॉन्स आ रहा है वो पांचवे और चौथे के बराबर आ रहा है. सो इट्स द स्टेडी स्टेट. हियर वी कैन से दैट इट्स particular steady state reached. So that's it all. And furthermore we talk about this is called steady state, and when it's attained the amount of the drug is body remains constant and the plasma concentration is on a plateau. Yes, so that's it all. Plateau principle of the drug accumulation we can say also. So like this way you can see that particular first T half is 50% accumulated, and furthermore second T half 75% is attained, and third T half you can see that 87.5% is attained, and furthermore fourth, at the fourth one you can see that 93.5% is mainly 75% is particularly attained, and at the fifth one that's 96.85 875% is happens. So that's it all about the particular T hub. So particularly we talk about the loading dose and maintenance dose here. So loading dose, what about the loading dose, is a large initial dose. It's a large initial dose of achieve steady state concentration rapidly and governed by the volume of distribution. It's mainly governed by the volume of distribution. So ये क्वेश्चन बन जाता है कभी कभार, लोडिंग डोज related with the volume of distribution, and maintenance dose is related with the clearance. So be very careful about this, and this particular percentage also, क्योंकि इस पे बैक कैलकुलेशन भी पूछा जाता है कभी कभार. So that's it all about today's session. Maintenance dose, that's a smaller repeated dose. It's a smaller repeated dose, and the larger dose is known as loading. Larger, L for larger, L for loading. A smaller maintenance dose is mainly initiated, and furthermore we talk about it's represent a clearance, governed by the clearance. So that's it all about today's session. So thank you so much. We will discuss it further that about the dynamic procedure. We will talk about the pharmacology behind receptor and type of receptor will be there. So furthermore we will complete the general pharmacology. I hopefully that there will be 2 lectures needed furthermore. So thank you so much for today's, and any kind of query will in your mind you should ask into the comment section. So please don't be shy. comment your doubt. We will pick up and try to resolve it as soon as possible. So let's see in further more videos.